Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes, we the ones Chris Webber call a timeout. Trying to find out. Find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olson. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from Foxborough. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Ready? Here we go, set! 76.
To throw right away, here's Milrow. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go! Panther 60, Panther 6, Warrior 70. Cowboy 80.
Now Milrow. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
Yard line.
Tight, 19 tight.
Throwing is Milrow. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Come on, set! 60, go!
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And, of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark them there. And a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
Brings up second and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down.
Sir, what's that?
He'll give this to Mixon, running right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
Third and 7.
Five. Crazy.
Out of the gun, here's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, New England.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, what's that? Five.
Working out of the gun. It's May. Open man, that's Kyle Williams. He's got it. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal.
60,
Here's a design run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Here goes that. Crazy. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy. 5, 5, 5. Crazy, crazy.
Now, this looks like a design run, and he will take it in himself. Great May. Touchdown, Patriots. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Pats will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 19 Lions. Ready.
The drive will start on the ground, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player.
Buffalo 18. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60.
From the gun, it's Milroe. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Milroe. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Again, it's Milroe. Short throw, taken by Pitts. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. To throw again is Milroe. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Come next. Here we go.
Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout. as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
Left thing, 92. 60 Eagles, 679 Broncos. Ready, right?
They'll try and throw for it with Milrow. That is hot. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Seahawks. His fourth TD grab of the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
That ties the game at 7.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Gray gonna return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. New England going to take their second time out, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Third and 2. Here we go. Throwing is May, and that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Let's get ready.
Throwing now, Milrow on first down. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have two or three that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
On first down, it's Milrow. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
He's into space past the 25. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Ready. Blocking 18. Let go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Get into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. His second rushing touchdown of the year. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
Gray gonna return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Design run. They let him keep it, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up third down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. Here's a third down and 4.
Hey, what's that? Motion. Crazy. Hey, five. Hey, Garfield. Crazy.
To throw is May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Patriots first down.
The 49-yard line.
Hey, Bo. What's that? Hey, what's that? Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
To throw now. May. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, May. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Imanwari. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
There's a short one taken in by Barner. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Cup 19, Cup 19, Warriors 70. Go street.
Cup in motion. Milrow gonna look to run it himself. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Pats gonna stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Come on. Set.
On the zone read, this is Milrow. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Charbonnet, and he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line, and not only do they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
Right. Let's go now. 79, 19, Tiger, 19, trap 60, trap 60. Ready, right?
They're going on 4th down. Milrow. And this will pay off. It is caught. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is 1st touchdown this year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Ray gonna return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
To throw on first down is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They're going. It's May. That's caught. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Ray gonna return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, here's May. Short pass cut by Henry, the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Left side, he's got Henry. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Milroe. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed, and that is incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
To the air, it's Milroe. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he is out of bounds. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
Ready? 19, 18, trap 60, trap 60.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You just simply can't make this throw, Mike. I mean, not only do you give the ball away when you're in prime scoring position, but then you allow the guy to take the ball all the way back, and now the offense of your opponent takes the field with a ton of confidence, all the momentum, and it looked like you had a scoring drive, and now it completely flips.
He'll get this out wide. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and inches.
It's second and inches at the Seahawks' 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Crazy, crazy.
Working out of the gun, it's May. This is caught 2. To the goal line and in. Danny Gray. Touchdown, New England.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
Mustang 19. Viking 18.
Pitts is the man in motion. Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Huff brings it in left side. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
The tackle made back at the
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 3, go.
From the gun, it's Milroe. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Warriors down to the Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now Milroe facing third and long. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Can't tie the game or even take the lead.
the 46.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Maynard on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out, and he'll take it on in. Danny Gray, touchdown New England. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Milroe now off the bootleg. Off balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. Throwing is Milroe. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd down, here's Milroe. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
And that's a really heads-up play by the defender, Mike. Once he diagnosed the screen, he immediately puts himself in position to make the play. This offense just winds up going backwards.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here, pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Play fake. Here's May. They'll look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Torpedo! We're good.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. That's to Gray, open on the left side. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very...
This is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
60 can't be 11.
Milrow. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Here's Milrow to throw. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Kupp. And this will be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nineteen tight. Hawk 70. Ready.
Now Milrow. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. A big one here in the 4th quarter. That is a 74-yard gain.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Now, Milrow misses a designed run. He will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Milrow. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point is good. And the Seahawks go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and They were able to...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got Douglas going deep. A big hole. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, New England. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin then. This is 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap Dragon 6, Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now it's Milrow. Moving outside the pocket. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
It's out quick. It's Cup on the RPO. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Drag 7 Pirates, trapped all 80.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a fourth down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
They're going on fourth down. Milrow. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Here's first down.
Hey, we're good. Hey, here we go, sit on. Hey, what's that? Hey, let's punch it in. Great job, we're good.
Here's Mixon. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Hey, what's that? Good play, nasty. Crazy.
Throwing is May. That ball intercepted. Picked up by Nick Emanwari. Inside the 30. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And just what a turn of events, Mike. You have the ball. You're thinking all we need to do is milk the clock, get into field goal range, and win this thing in regulation. But now after that turnover, you find yourself now back trailing, and I'm not sure there's enough time for them to come back.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Crazy. Here goes that. Here goes that. 5. Crazy.
May gonna look to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Now, a big 3rd down.
What's that?
Now, May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. He's got room past the 35. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
43-yard line.
What's that? Crazy. What's that? 5. Crazy.
Here's May again. That one taken in by Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
5. Crazy. 5.
Throw again is May. That complete to Henderson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. A gain there of 27 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
What's that? 5.
May to the air once more. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. This is a big spot for the Patriots as they'll go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Crazy.
May to throw again. That's going to be caught. Not playing for the young team. They get the 2-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minute. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats, 6 back up 18, 5 in.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Seattle. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st down, Seahawks.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Here we go. Count.
To throw again is Milroe. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Stop low. Hey. Go, Riggs. Rig alert! Check, smash!
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion.
Trap 60!
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. Here we go. This is 4th down.
79 Broncos. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcats.
They'll try and throw for it with Milroe. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, the trip. Late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
He'll swing that out wide, and he will get into the end zone. So how do you like that? 2 points, and now a 2-score advantage as the lead is 9. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter.